every minute that I wait to film this, my hair gets bigger, so might as well stop putting it off. Hello everyone, today I am here with my favorite books that I read from 2016. This is awkward for me because I have not filmed a video in so long and I forget how to do it now, apparently. I had a very bad reading year. I did barely anything. I picked 5 books that I read that I really enjoyed and I figured I would share them. I thought I was going to have a top 10, but I suck. So I'm just going to go in order of the time that I read them, so like beginning of the year to the end of the year. So the first book that I read in 2016 that is on my top 5 favorites is Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. I don't know how to say it, but I love this book. It was, if I had to choose a favorite book from this year, it would probably be this one. It was lovely. It put me in a slump at the beginning of the year, so we'll blame this one on why I only have 5 books to share. If you don't know what this book is about, basically, in the book Fangirl, Kath, the main character, is writing a fan fiction called Carry On about Simon Snow, which is their version of Harry Potter. If you're still following, this book is the fan fiction, basically. And I wish there was more. I loved it. The next book that I read during the year that I favorited, that is a favorite, we're already at summertime. This was January. Now we're in the summer. I read Amulet, Volume 2, which I read the first one in the summer of 2015, and now I read this one in the summer of 2016. I don't know why it's taking me so long to read these. They're really adorable. Like, the art style is very cute, and it follows this girl it follows a girl named Emily, and her and her brother and her mom move into a new house, and her mom gets kidnapped in the middle of the night and taken into this like other world, and it's up to Emily to save her. It's very fun. It's like a middle grade YA, and it's by Kazu Kibushi, so I forgot to say that earlier. The next book that I read after that one was also in the summertime, and that was The Crown by Kier Cass. This is the last book in the selection series after the spin-off series 2. So this one follows our good old, I can't remember people's name right now, Edelyn. This follows Edelyn, who is America's daughter. Possible spoilers. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, so this is her choosing who she's going to fall in love with. And I feel like I did a wrap-up where I talked about this, but I don't know if I did or if it was just on my Goodreads review, but still sad about the ending because I was very much wanting her to marry a different person, but I understand where she was coming from and why she married who she did. And yeah, overall, a lovely book. Next, I read books on my Kindle. I know I did a review of this, but I read Fire and Flood by Victoria Scott, and that is the next book on the Kindle. We'll just leave it at that. I did a review of this one. I really liked it. It was so much fun. It reminded me of The Hunger Games, which like brought back memories of reading The Hunger Games, which was my favorite book series as a young teenager. You know, everybody's like, oh, Harry Potter got me into reading. No, it was The Hunger Games for me, which is weird, because I loved Harry Potter, but, like, The Hunger Games was like, oh my god, there's books like this out there? That sounds so weird. I just discovered the dystopian genre and loved it, so, yeah. So, Fire and Flood, follows a girl who is in this competition to find a cure for her brother, and they have, like, animal companions, and it's super fun, and, yeah. Well, super fun until everybody dies, but yeah, there's lots of death in this book, but what do you expect from something that's like The Hunger Games? The last book that I read this year that I loved was At the Edge of the Universe by Sean David Hutchison. Here's the cover on my phone, because I read it on my phone. This book is not released yet. It will be out in February of 2017, which I cannot wait for it to come out because I loved this book. It was so good. Backstory. I got an arc of this book to read through Jelly Books, which they do they invite you to read books, and then they take reading data from you. So like at the end of each chapter, you say, like, you push a button and then it like collects the data of how long it took for you to read that chapter and like what time you were reading it, and it's kind of creepy in a way, but like it's also kind of cool because at the end you can like look at your own data and see like when you were reading most and like how long you took to read. So I read it with that, and at first I was just kind of like, meh, like it's okay, but like it's not my favorite, like it's whatever. I don't really care about these characters because she was kind of annoying at the beginning, but then I got invested so hard. I loved this book. It was kind of like a mystery. Okay, so the concept of it is that this boy, his boyfriend, goes missing, and nobody remembers that this kid existed except for our main character, Ozzy. Our main character, Ozzy. And so Ozzy has this theory that the universe is shrinking, and then he finds out that the universe is shrinking, and he thinks that that's why his boyfriend disappeared. So the whole story is like him trying to figure out what happened to his boyfriend, and also to figure out like what to do about the universe shrinking, or like why it's shrinking. So the whole time you're like wondering what's happening. Um, and yeah, it's just, oh, it's so good. It's definitely, it's so cute. But then the ending was kind of a letdown for me, just because, like, yes, everything does get resolved, but it's like not the happy ending that you're expecting. So, yeah. But I do like I don't like the ending. I like the resolution, if that makes sense. But yeah, it was a great book. And I can't wait for everybody to get to read it in February when it comes out. Those were the books that I enjoyed most from 2016. Hopefully 2017 will be my year for reading, because I have way too many books to not be reading them. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you want to see more. I don't know what I'm doing with my life, so there might be some changes in the videos that I am doing, especially if I keep not reading. Then obviously I won't have enough content to do book videos, but I kind of want to branch out and do more like, I don't know, college-y videos or like fashion kind of stuff, because like sometimes I think that I can dress well. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. There might be content changes. It's cool. Fasten your seatbelts. We will be fine. It'll be a ride. I don't know what I'm doing at all. Thank you. Bye. So, yeah. It was a bad year.